What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another exciting episode of FORNEVERNEWS, the only news source that provides anything and everything anime and manga related. And we don't bore you, we get into it. Let's do it.
No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done.
Okay, people, welcome to another episode. Before we get into today's stories, I just want to remind you guys that 65% of people right now watching this video aren't subscribed. It would definitely help the channel, help things moving forward. And also, I got a lot of really fun stuff I'm planning for the future for people that are subscribed. I'm actually watching you. That's right, people. I can see who is subscribed to the channel, and I'm going to be doing some really fun stuff. So I highly encourage you guys to subscribe and hit that bell to get all notifications. So that way, yeah, we can get things going, because again, I got something really awesome planned here soon. Yeah, without further ado, people, I'm ready to talk some news. I'm ready to get into the stories. I'm ready to crack the case, even though we're not doing a case. We're not detectives here. Let's just get into it. And first story of the episode, I told you guys I would let you guys know, and it is finally official. Unfortunately, it's not necessarily when we would have hoped for, but at the end of the day, yeah, as a matter of fact, let me tell you what I'm talking about. We've got the official release date for the Jujutsu Kaisen Zero film coming to the West, to North America. Y'all know I've been highly anticipating this. I ain't gonna lie. My niece and nephew, as soon as I get off this video, I'm gonna hit them up like, yo, you gotta watch Jujutsu Kaisen, okay? Like, you gotta watch Jujutsu Kaisen so we could go watch this movie together, alright? As a matter of fact, I think my niece already seen it. Never mind. I think my nephew, I gotta be like, yo, put Naruto down for a second, because he's watching Naruto right now, and go watch Jujutsu Kaisen. You'll understand and thank me later, okay? But yes, we finally got the release date, and initially we thought it was going to be February. A lot of rumors were speculating like, oh, maybe in February. I was hopeful for February. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit after that, not too much, because again, it's actually still playing in theaters in Japan right now, so they can't, coincide. They like to have their exclusive, Japan gets it first and then the rest of the world gets it. Fine by me or whatever. I just want to get it, and we're about to get it. Let's read. Jujutsu Kaisen anime film opens in US and Canada in March. Crunchyroll announced on Tuesday that the Jujutsu Kaisen anime film will open with English subtitles and with an English dub in the US and Canada on March 18th. The film will launch in over 1,500 theaters as well as in IMAX theaters, and tickets will go on sale. This is important, people, because these anime films, oftentimes you will be screwed and won't be able to go and watch the movie you want to see. I've had it happen to me before. I forget what Naruto movie it was. Was it The Last, or I forget. It was one of the Naruto films. I was so upset. I was like, what do you mean there's no more tickets? Like, I'm trying to get in. Sir, yo, I'm getting in there. I'm ForneverWorld, man. You don't know who I am? But tickets will go on sale on February 25th. The company streamed an English subtitled trailer, so they already got the trailer and everything. That means they got the rights. And the movie is also coming soon to theaters in the UK, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, France with CRG events, Germany, Belgium, Luxembourg, Austria, Switzerland, Sweden, Finland, Netherlands, French-speaking Africa, and Latin America. Additional territories will be announced at a later date, so everybody's getting this film. But yeah, we're getting it on March 18th with a February 25th ticket release date where you'll be able to get the tickets. And again, I'm going to encourage you, look around that time. I will remind you guys around that time as well, so you could get your tickets in. Probably I'll already have ordered mine, just to make sure y'all don't beat me out to it. I'm just saying, I love anime as much as you guys, alright? Can I have a little bit of a head start? I'm the news guy. You know what I'm saying? I'll break the news as soon as I get my order in. But yeah, people, March 18th, Jujutsu Kaisen Zero film will be in theaters. Mark your calendars. I know a lot of you guys are going to be going. I'm going. And of course, February 25th, you will be able to order your tickets. Let's go, baby. Let's get into our domains. That was a corny way to end this one, but you got to roll with the punches. Let's get to the next story. Moving forward, something none of us seen coming, but it's to be expected because this creator really be on that next level vibe, grinding, always hustling, always with the next thing from video games to manga to back-to-back manga, working on anime. Like, this man is a monster, a machine, and who I'm referring to is Hiro Mashima, creator of Fairy Tail. Now you're asking, yo, Fornev, What did he do now? Like, what possibly, like, is he running for freaking mayor? Like, what did Hiro do? Well, Hiro Mashima, aka @_Mashima, a popular manga artist who is also known as a Call of Duty fan, has made Call of Duty Vanguard into a manga, what is unknown past Polina, the strongest female sniper. And the cover, it says Polina Petrova. I'm not a Call of Duty fan, so I don't know. Is this one of the main characters of that video game, I'm assuming? And it just looks freaking amazing. I love Hiro Mashima's art, always have. Then you see one page there. It's like a bunch of people in a classroom. It's like a girl falling asleep, probably like she's having a dream of playing Call of Duty or something, I'm imagining. And oh my god, next page. Yo, oh, the art, man. Hiro Mashima, he never fails with the art, man, and these pages look dope. And yeah, Hiro Mashima with a Call of Duty Vanguard manga. Honestly, I love to see it, I guess. I love to see it from a different aspect. Again, I'm not a COD fan. I've said it on multiple occasions, whether it be the Attack on Titan DLC or something like that. That's just not my stilo. I'm an anime fighter game, or just in general, like adventure, RPGs, JRPGs. Like, that's kind of more of my bag, but that looks really dope. And above all else, I just so much admire the passion, the hustle. I feel like Hiro Mashima really wants to make it and become something just bigger than even being like a legendary manga artist, because at this point, love him or hate him, he's created hit upon hit. Raid Master hit, Fairy Tail mega hit, Eden Zero starting to become a hit, and the anime is very well loved and received over on Netflix. And he's done so many other countless things. He got Fairy Tail 100 Quest getting an anime. Like, this dude is always on the grind and hustle, and I've said it so many different times, but if that don't inspire you, what will? The fact that this guy, that y'all know the conditions of being a mangaka. I've told you many times throughout the years that they break their backs 20 hours a day. So imagine, amongst all of that, he's hiring a whole bunch of staff to help him get through all of that, and then he's designing video games, he's designing other people's video games, mobile game, like, just so many different things. This is a legend right here. Love him or hate him, it's Hiro Mashima, baby. Salute, dog. You know what I'm saying? ForneverWorld merch coming soon, baby. But yeah, Hiro Mashima, legend. Also, I just noticed that was like army fatigue, kind of goes with Call of Duty and shit like that, even though I don't rock with Call of Duty. I don't know, Fornev Call of Duty merch. Next story, let's get there. Because moving forward is something that I'm sure a few people will be excited about. I know I'm very excited about it. I've told you guys on multiple occasions that I am really looking forward to this. But apparently, the Rumbling Full Size by Sim, the Rumbling, aka the latest song from Attack on Titan, the opening and whatnot, you know, that kind of metal, but also at the same time just so melodically beautiful song. The full version will be released February 7th, 2022. Shout outs to my guys at Plot Armor for linking me this shit, because I was so freaking excited. In case you don't know, I freaking love and adore that song every freaking time I go and I sing along with it. If I lose it all, slip and fall, something, yeah. And the lyrics are easy, but I suck sometimes at doing this. Yeah, no, yay. But yeah, for people that were excited or looking forward to the full version of the song, which sometimes it can be hit or miss. In case you don't know, oftentimes there's a lot of anime opening songs that the TV version, they clip out and put the best parts of it. But then when you hear the full extent, it's like, wait, the song did what? It turns into, oh, no, just give me back the TV version. So if the song goes that way and it just goes full screamo for the other half of it, I think I'm gonna be good. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of the screaming and all that stuff. Like, I can accept it and tolerate it, because sometimes you get in the vibe too. You just want to yell like, ah, and shit like that. So I totally can rock with it for like a minute and a half of it being here and there. But if the rest of the song, if it's like a 4-minute song and the remainder of the song is just, Sim, y'all can keep that one. I will continue on with the TV version. But yeah, people, just wanted to bring this one to you guys' attention. I'm excited. I can't freaking wait. I hope they put it on Spotify and all streaming platforms, where you can also stream my podcast, ForneverNews. I'm just saying, full episodes every Saturday. Yeah, it's coming February 7th. Yay. Okay, people, next up is something that I've been really intrigued in covering every time I can get my hands on this type of information. I usually like to discuss it because it's over here on the soil that we stand on here in the North. The North really remembers, mate. The U.S. manga sales, and I know there's more to the North than just U.S. I get it. It's a joke. But some U.S. manga sales for the week of January 9th through the 15th, and shout outs to Yellowstone for this information. And it was just really 3 manga that did some sales and whatnot, but it is interesting to take a look at, okay, so what is going on in the U.S. manga market? So, for example, Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Stories of Water and Flame, which is a spin-off manga, but y'all know Demon Slayer is tearing it up. It was released on the 4th, right? So, in its first week, because it has a total of 39,295, and that week it did 12,212 copies. So that means in its first week it did what, about 27,000 copies, if my math is correct. I might be totally off. Sometimes I'll be bugging out. But so a Demon Slayer manga, one of the hottest ones out right now, did 27,000 in its first week, and in its second week it did 12,000. So it's almost at 40,000 in 2 weeks. Again, for like a manga title, that's not the biggest splash in the world, but I know that these numbers come a long way. I always tell the story of I was shocked and appalled and I couldn't believe it, and I think a lot of it was due to poor marketing and a speed up, and just in general. At the time, manga wasn't where it's at right now. Visibility wasn't where it's at right now, because a giant title like Bleach never should do 500 copies in its first week with a new volume. Never. But also at that time, the scans and everybody that read up to date was like hundreds of chapters ahead of the official North American releases. So there's also that to factor in, and then just a whole bunch of other stuff. But I'll never forget when I saw it, I was like, 500 copies? What the hell? What is going on? It was like 2 Bleach volumes. One of them had did like 1,200 in its first week, and one of them did 500. And I was just like, oh my god, is that what U.S. manga sells or whatnot? These numbers are very different, and again, that just is very telling of the North American manga market and how much bigger things have gotten. And salute to Demon Slayer doing 40,000 in 2 weeks. That's not bad at all. Then Dragon Ball Super, on the other hand, in its second week, essentially did 4,321 copies with a total of 14,566. So it did about 10,000 copies in its first week for Dragon Ball Super. I'm not sure if that's good or bad for Dragon Ball, considering it's manga in North America. Dragon Ball, you know, it's an anime thing. People love Dragon Ball Z, and now I guess Super for the anime. They're not the biggest manga fans. Most people that are Dragon Ball fans, they try to avoid the manga. They were like, no, whenever the anime comes, I'm gonna go, but I don't really care. Well, if that 3D CG happens, you gonna be caring then, huh? And then lastly, Chainsaw Man with 65,888 copies total, and that week it did 4,000, and this volume came out back in April. Chainsaw Man Volume 2 back in April, and doing another 4,000, bringing its total to 65,000. So you can see that manga, for the most part, they do, it looks in the range of like, well, I don't know what that Demon Slayer volume is going to continue doing, but it seems like it's in the range of like probably 60, 50,000, maybe 100,000, just depends on the title and whatnot. My Hero Academia is way bigger than pretty much all these titles in the West. Again, I've said it before, in 2020, My Hero was the biggest, highest selling US manga that released, and 2020 was a massive year for manga due to the pandemic, everybody being home, ordering volumes and whatnot. But yeah, very interesting. I ain't gonna lie. I hope I could get my hands on more of this, because, and if you guys want to see more of this, definitely let me know. Gives us insight into, okay, we have the illusion of Japan, you know what I'm saying? One Piece, 1.6 million, you know, Jujutsu Kaisen, 2 million first print run. But in the US, it's a little bit of a different story, but still fascinating nonetheless. Okay, people, next up, this is something that I believe every creator, or most creators at the very least, that create comics and manga, and, you know, they imagine these characters and create these worlds and all that jazz, dream of someday happening and getting this type of recognition for their work. This is an artist's dream, and what I'm referring to is the fact that Eiichiro Oda, yet again with his One Piece, has been cemented with life-size statues over there in Japan. There's a ton of them everywhere, but now they did one for the GOAT, arguably one of the fan favorite characters of One Piece, Roronoa Zoro. He got a statue. Let's read the article, because this shit is unfathomable for artists, for creative. This is something that is like, Yo, dog, I wish, I dream, hopefully one day. One Piece Zoro statue erected in series creator's hometown. The new statue was officially unveiled on January 21st in Ozu Park, which is located in Kumamoto Prefecture, Japan. The statue features a Straw Hat Pirate utilizing his unique three-sword style with a katana in each hand and another clenched between his teeth. The new attraction is based on the character's post-time skip appearance and features numerous small details such as the stitches on his chest. The bronze figure's unveiling was streamed to YouTube in a ceremony that featured live music and dance performances from the area's residents. The new statue is a part of a tourism campaign being backed by series creator Eiichiro Oda, One Piece's publisher Shueisha, and the local Kumamoto government in order to promote tourism in the area. Oda was born in Kumamoto, the capital city of the prefecture, in 1975. Located on the southern island of Kyushu, the area is known for Mount Aso, one of the Mount Aso. Okay, I'm so immature sometimes. One of the world's largest active volcanoes and its numerous historical castles and shrines. In 2016, the region was devastated by a deadly earthquake. Oda and the local government in the area have since erected a number of One Piece statues in order to revitalize the local economy and encourage tourists to return. The Zoro statue is the 9th in the series, following a bronze figure of the Straw Hat Pirates navigator Nami, which was unveiled in 2021. The campaign is expected to end with the unveiling of a 10th sculpture, which will be based on the helmsman Jinbei. And just taking a look at this statue, it looks amazing. They got like a drawing from Eiichiro Oda of Zoro himself. It'd be funny if like, yo, well, it wouldn't be funny, but imagine like 1,000 years from now, people look back and this actually becomes like historical value in terms of like people legit think like this dude existed or some shit. That's a possibility. You never freaking know when people rewrite history. All of a sudden, Roronoa Zoro from One Piece becomes like, yo, he was a part of this crew and they sailed the world and he changed the world or some shit. You just never freaking know. And then also this image right here of all of the other Straw Hat statues. Again, you got Nami looking scrumptious. You got Usopp, God Usopp, baby. Chopper sitting on a chair to make him a little bit taller. Of course, again, the Zoro one, Luffy one. Oh my god, that shit looks epic. Sanji, Robin, woo, Robin Chuan, Nami Swan, Frankie, very super there. And of course, bad to the bone, rock and roll, Brooke. And man, I ain't gonna lie, I would love to have one of these bad boys. I seen another creator, dude in a room. Dude had it. Really freaking awesome stuff, man. I want to get me a statue of one of these someday. Maybe I have like one of like each of the iconics, like a Luffy, a Naruto, Ichigo, Goku. Like just have a whole big freaking. Oh my god, I'm an artist at heart, though. I could think of exactly how to structure it and make the. But yeah, people. Oda once again doing the unthinkable and getting One Piece statues erected around Japan in honor of, you know, just how awesome the series is, and of course to bring in tourism. Okay, people, next up, something that was announced quite some time ago is finally coming to fruition, and that's that Shenmue, the animation based off of the notoriously popular video games, is finally coming. The anime for Shenmue is finally happening. It says here, Shenmue the animation, an Adult Swim and Crunchyroll original, begins February 5th. So I did not know, or maybe I just, it's been so long I don't really remember. I thought it was just strictly Adult Swim, but apparently it's in collaboration with Crunchyroll, which I wonder how that works. Like, does Crunchyroll just get the exclusive streaming rights, and how long does it take for them to put on an episode on there after Adult Swim airs them? Because, you know, that'll be a conflict of interest, so that's going to be interesting to note. But either way, February 5th, and I ain't gonna lie, I took a peek at the trailer. Animation looks solid, voice acting sounds really dramatic, action looks pretty cool. I was never that deep into Shenmue, but this looks like something dope, and I think that existing Shenmue fans of the actual video games and whatnot probably are going to be intrigued. And I think also from the trailer, I could be totally misled, I could be led astray and bamboozled and all of that jazz, but I think it looks like something that at the very least potentially people that aren't into Shenmue can also indulge in, because yeah, that trailer looked kind of fire. I ain't gonna lie, it looked like, whoa, it gave me a vibe of, I don't know, like a really dark art style in a way. And just in general, I'm kind of hype. And again, I'm not a Shenmue fan like that, I'm not a fanatic of it by any means, but it kind of looks pretty good. And yeah, one more time, Shenmue the animation, and Adult Swim and Crunchyroll original, February 5th. Hype at 12:30 a.m. I believe that's EST. So yeah, that's gonna be dope. Okay, people, next up, very, very big news. A lot of people, I'm sure, are on their toes about this one because we've been reporting it as the updates have been coming in via the mangaka and just in general the status of this, because it's been, I want to say now, we're going on almost 2 years since it was announced that the series was going into its climax, into its final arc, and all of that good stuff as we've been approaching towards its end. But it finally has happened. It finally arrived, the time for the series to end. According to this, it says the final chapter of Fire Force by Atsushi Okubo is finished and submitted, which means, because a lot of people are going to be like, so what, next week is the final chapter? No, it means that the mangaka has already handed in his final chapter. That's it. All he probably has to do is like maybe like marketing stuff and like promotional art and stuff. But in terms of his job of writing the manga, unless there's like a spin-off, unless there's like a something after the fact, maybe an epilogue, which I don't think either of them are happening. Maybe an epilogue could happen, but yeah, Atsushi Okubo has expressed on numerous occasions, I'm done. No more manga for me, fam. I'm good. So I don't see like a big spin-off happening, any continuation of any sorts. The only big thing that I'm hoping is an anime continuation. The fans deserve it. It had 2 seasons. A lot of people love it. Yeah, finish it off. I don't know if it needs a 3rd and 4th season or just a 3rd season, but either way, yeah, it needs to be concluded anime-wise, because that would be real lame to just leave the fans high and dry after there's been a lot of commotion about Fire Force. I was there for the beginnings. I reviewed, I want to say, like the first 3 episodes or something like that. But yeah, Atsushi Okubo has handed in the final chapter of Fire Force, so no matter what you expect, no matter what it is set in stone at this particular point. And it's kind of sad, because I remember it was a few weeks ago now that it was said that it was about 2 volumes left of material that was in the can, and since the final chapter has been handed in, again, it won't pass by any means summertime. Like, summertime is out the window at this point. Probably, I'm guessing about April-ish or May at the latest, it'll be done. But yeah, it's not going to go any further. Fire Force, he has handed in the final chapter. And again, I just feel bad for the fans, because it's always, no matter what, a sad thing when the manga ends. Yes, it can have a great conclusion and everybody can be satisfied regardless, and all good things must come to an end regardless. I completely understand that. Nevertheless, for me personally, like, I'll never forget with Yu Yu Hakusho. If you don't know about it, go watch it. Incredible. One of my favorite shonen anime. One of the things that my name is somewhat loosely based off of, ForneverWorld. Yeah, when I would finish that anime back in the day, I'll never forget, I always felt like I was saying goodbye to a friend, and I would get really, really sad and be like, well, time to rewatch Yu Yu Hakusho. And I kind of feel like, I'm sure Fire Force fans are going to feel that way, of time to reread Fire Force or rewatch the anime or whatever, because there's just so much life to these characters, and it's just such a fun and wacky adventure. And you know, it's from the same creator as Soul Eater, and Soul Eater was a fun, lighthearted, wacky adventure, although it gets darker, and Fire Force gets very dark. I mean, people are getting set on fire or whatnot. But yeah, as warned for quite some time, Fire Force final chapter has been submitted. It's only a matter of time now, maybe a couple months at best, until it's over. And yeah, I guess enjoy this while you can, because once it ends, you will feel it. And I gotta ask the question again, as of where it stands right now, has everything for the most part been answered? All of your questions been answered? All of the plot threads been solved and whatnot for Fire Force? Is there anything you think they can't accomplish in this short amount of time that is left, considering the final chapter has been 100% submitted in? And are you satisfied with everything that Fire Force has delivered? Again, I'm going to get back and finish the anime. Well, I gotta finish, I think, like the last couple episodes of season 1, and then go straight through season 2, and hopefully they do a season 3 again. I gotta stress that, because it really sucks when they leave anime only fans off to like, well, go read the manga now, guys. But yeah, people, the final chapter of Fire Force by Atsushi Okubo has been submitted. It is a done deal. It is ending within the next couple months, 100% for sure. Okay, people, and last story or stories of the episode, it is regarding Naruto Shinobi, or what is it, Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Strikers? Either way, for starters, it says here, Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker has shipped 3 million copies. Yay! I've expressed on numerous occasions, I'm not the biggest fan of this game, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, if I had to choose this or Naruto Storm, 10 times out of 10. Maybe we're gonna override reality a la Mimosa. 11 times out of 10, I am picking Naruto Storm over Shinobi Strikers. I'm not a fan of the graphics. I'm not a fan of the gameplay. I'm not a big fan of it, personally. I'm not saying that it's a bad game. I'm just saying that it's not my cup of tea per se, but that's still a big feat. 3 million copies. One of the biggest selling points of this game, why I picked it up initially to begin with, was the fact that it had the create your own Shinobi. And while it was kind of limited to a certain degree, ultimately you could create your own Shinobi, and that was something that was like a must have for a long time for Naruto fans, for Dragon Ball fans. I think Dragon Ball, the first time they actually gave us that was that terrible, in retrospect, Ultimate Tenkaichi video game. Like, that shit was garbage. Shinobi Strikers wasn't like that by any means. I'd pick Shinobi Strikers over Ultimate Tenkaichi. But yeah, the character customization was a big deal, and I think that probably sold a ton of those. Like, the name Naruto sold a ton of those. The fact that there's no other Naruto game that has come out in the last 4 years for consoles is what sold that, and the character creation is probably like 1 million a piece, sold all of that right there. And the crazy thing is that it's not even done yet. This kind of blew my mind, because according to this, it says Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker game adds Kawaki as 28th DLC character. This year's 8th issue of Shueisha's weekly Shonen Jump magazine revealed on Monday that Kawaki will be the 28th DLC character for Bandai Namco Entertainment's Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker game. The DLC will quote-unquote release soon. The character will be the 5th and final character in the game's 4th season pass. The season pass focuses on the theme of regeneration. The first new character in the 4th season pass is Sakura Haruno from the Great Ninja War. The second character is Nagato Edo Tensei form. The third character is Itachi Edo Tensei form, and the 4th character is Sasuke Uchiha Final Battle. They've had some season passes that don't sound enticing. Maybe Kawaki is probably the only thing out of this, because hey, it's a newer character that just debuted in the Boruto anime. I'm hype about him. I'm hype about him in the manga right now. Like, yeah, Kawaki is awesome, but imagine if Naruto Storm would have been supported for 28 DLCs spanning across years. We would have been having a different conversation. I ain't gonna lie, it's not like they completely dumped Storm, but you remember, like, it was like every year a new Storm. It would be like Storm 2, Storm Revolution, Storm 3, Storm Generations, or I might have said that backwards, Storm 4, Storm Road to Boruto. Like, they did it up with those, but they didn't like carry it off with DLC. I just can't wait for, I ain't gonna lie, another Naruto game to be announced already, something that probably will be more up my alley. And since they got, come on, y'all sold 3 million of these bad boys, and y'all done 28 freaking DLCs. Let's get something new. I ain't gonna lie, I'm ready. But again, it's not to rain on this game's parade. 3 million copies is 3 million copies. Very well done. And just in general, clap it up that they got Kawaki DLC. You thought I was gonna say that? Let me stop being immature. But yeah, people, those are all the stories we have for today's episode. Curious what you guys think. Best story, most important story, most interesting story, something that I didn't cover that happened this week that you want me to cover, let me know. That's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life. Bye. Have an awesome day. Peace in, and you guys just watched another episode of Have an awesome day.
So just go to